welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be doing a mukbang. I got some Raisin Canes, and we're gonna be talking about something that happened to me this morning. Really, I had a dream about my grandma, and so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at x_sweetnovember, and let's jump right into the video. So I'm gonna take off my glasses just so this glare won't be like interrupting the story. Okay, excuse me if I look like a little oily. I've been up really early this morning. So I had a dream about my grandma, which is the grandma that passed away. Well, actually both of my great grandmothers passed away last year, but the one that I'm talking about is my great grandmother on my mom's side, which is my grandma Bernice, and I got her tattooed on me. So this is not the first time that my grandma has tried to like contact me. I had a dream about her maybe a couple months after she passed. Yeah, a couple months after she passed, I had a dream about her, and I was actually like laying in my bed, and I seen her like walking towards my bed, but then she kind of disappeared, and I feel like maybe she wasn't ready to show herself to me or something. I don't know. But this dream was like really vivid. So in my road trip to Lubbock vlog, I probably insert a clip.
Marcus been blessing me.
After this clip, I actually like had a panic attack, and it was kind of bad, but I don't know. It was like I had a panic attack, and then it was like very short-lived. And then like I got into something. If you're spiritual, then you'll probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I had a panic attack, and it was like something that I've never had before. Like I was screaming, and it was like I was in pain type of screaming. Like it was very like it's hard to explain. But I've been on my spiritual journey for maybe like 8-9 months, almost a year. And my mind has just been open to a lot of stuff that I would never think I would think about or I would be going through. So I think what caused it is because I was thinking, and I overthink. That's like a part of like my anxiety. I think about stuff all the time. So I was thinking about like how my life has changed, like with me starting my YouTube page, and with me meeting someone that I really like, and me quitting my old job. And I'm gonna make a video about that too, why I quit my job. Things have just really started like happening for me, things that I've been praying for and I've been wanting, and it's just like it's coming too. And I was just like, I just got like really happy. Like I'm really out here like living my life. Like I could really like do big things, like the things that I want to do. Like I'm capable of doing it. And so sorry, someone texted me. Yeah, so I was just thinking about that, and then I started thinking about my grandma, which is my grandmother, my mom's grandmother. Because some people like, I say, okay, so my mom's mom, I call her granny. That's my granny, even though like technically that's my grandmother. But my great grandmother, I call her grandma. So when I say my grandmother, I'm talking about my grandma and not my actual grandmother. So yeah. So yeah, I started thinking about her, and then I started thinking about my other grandma that passed, my grandmama, which is my dad's side of the family. I started thinking about her as well because I didn't get to go to her funeral. And so, and which is crazy because the reason why we went to Lubbock is because one of my mom's aunts passed on her dad's side, and we were going down there for her funeral. So I think it was just it was kind of like a trigger or whatever. But I was thinking about her, and so I was sitting down, and I just I could feel it, and so I started crying. And my mom and my uncle, they were trying to help me get up because I was sitting down in the chair. They were trying to help me get up so they could I don't know. They were trying to help me get up. And so as they were trying to help me get up, I started crying, and then as we started walking, I started screaming. And it was I don't know. It was just I've never experienced something like that before. And so we were at my mom's friend's house, and so she was like, "Well, let's take her to my room so she can, calm down or whatever." As we walk into the room, I'm still screaming, loud screaming, like you would have thought somebody was trying to kill me. How loud I was screaming. And so I laid down on the bed. Okay, y'all, that was my sister called me. I forgot where I was at. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So as they land me down on the bed, I'm still screaming. And so as I'm screaming, I felt my grandma. And when I said I felt her, I felt her she was inside me. I felt her. And so I hope people don't think I'm weird, because if you spiritual, you know what I'm talking about. So okay, yeah. So I felt my grandma, and this whole time I'm screaming, but I'm thinking of stuff. My mind is going, and so I remember my mama friend. She was I'm gonna burn some bay leaves to see if that would calm her down. I knew I was aware of everything that was going on in the background. It was music playing and stuff like that. And I was aware of everything that was going in the background, but I'm still going through, whatever. And so after that, it was switches. It was switch. So okay, I felt my grandma, then it switched, and then I felt my ancestors. I felt my ancestors, and then it was switch, and then I felt my younger self, my kid self. My close family members know this, but I was sexually abused when I was smaller. And so I was thinking about that, the pain that I went through with that. And it was just I felt everything. And when I say I felt it, I felt it inside me, inside my soul type thing. And I remember my sister was trying to get in the room, and my mama, I guess my mama didn't want her to see me like that. But me and my sister have got really close. So I remember saying leave her in the room, leave her in the room. I want her in here, leave her in the room. And so I reached my hand back so she could grab my hand. So I was holding her hand and stuff. And I don't know. I just feel I was letting, look at me with my hand still back there. But like I just felt like I was letting go of a lot of pain that I had been holding on to. And it was just like, I think it was just like a buildup. And I think the fact that we were going down there for one of our family members that passed, it was a trigger because, like I said, oh, I don't want to get emotional. I lost both of my great-grandmothers this year. I mean, not this year, but in 2020. And then I also, my granny, which is my dad's mom, she lost her husband as well. So I've been dealing with a lot of death in my family. So I think it was just like a buildup of like hurt, and maybe some things that I didn't let go. Like I didn't give myself a real chance to grieve, especially like with with my grandma. She passed away from cancer, and like in her last months, we went to Lubbock. Maybe like 3 times. And the last time we went down there was for Christmas. And I knew that was gonna be the last time that I saw her. Oh, I wasn't trying to get emotional. But I knew that was gonna be the last time that I saw her. So when we got the news, actually the day that she passed, my mom called me. I was just getting off of work, and she was like, you know, grandma not looking too good. Granny's finna, I think my granny was on her way down there, or she was already there. One of the two. And she was like, so we gonna be leaving tomorrow, so, you know, we could be there or whatever. And so when we got off the phone, like I broke down, because I just knew in my heart that she was gone, you know. And so once I got home, and once my mama got home and stuff, then she came in my room and she was like, you know, grandma passed this afternoon or whatever. And so I was still like so hurt, because even though we knew that she was on her last days, I just felt like she was gonna live forever. And me, my brother, and my sister, we all went down there. And when she was feeling a little better, because she stopped talking close to when it was like closer to her to pass on, she stopped talking. And so when she was still like in her talking moods, I remember she was like that she was ready to go, because she knew where she was going. And but that she was gonna miss us, but she knew that it was her time to go. And so she was at peace. And so it still hurts that she not here. But the day of her funeral, like, I didn't cry. And I feel like I was gonna be like emotional, like a wreck. But I feel like I got all my crying out, and I had to be strong for my sister, because my sister, she took it really bad at the funeral. Like, she was crying the whole time. And I think because I had that conversation with my grandma before she passed, it kind of put me at a place where she kind of gave me that peace of mind. Like, I know y'all gonna miss me, and I'm gonna miss y'all too, but we gonna see each other again. So yeah. And then with my grandmama, I didn't get to go to her funeral because I had work. And that day I went to work, I was just a crying mess. Like, I had to go home early, because I'm like, I want to say bye to my grandmama. You know, I really love my family, you know? So it really hurt me that I couldn't, you know, say bye to her, even though she already gone. But I just wanted that like closure. So yeah. Now back to the story. I'm supposed to be eating my food and I'm over here crying and stuff. I told y'all I'm a crybaby. I'm such a crybaby. Okay. Anyways, back to the story. So yeah, after I had that, like, I want to say it lasted for maybe about 20 minutes. It felt like it lasted a long time, but it really didn't. I want to say it lasted for maybe like 15, 20 minutes. And then after, like, I threw up. And we had just ate. Like, before we got to my mama friend's house, we went to Cheddar's. And, like, I threw up all of my food. I threw up all of my food. And I felt like me throwing up was like me purging, like me letting go of that old person, like my old way of thinking, like all that hurt and the pain that I've been through over my years that I've been living. I think that was like me, like just letting go of all of that. So yeah. Now back to my dream. Okay. So I just want to give y'all like a little background, kind of. So I know y'all like, this story probably like all over the place, but we're gonna get to it. So, like I said, I quit my job. And when I quit my job, I had another job like right lined up that I was supposed to start like right away. And it just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. Like, it's a temporary service. So like basically if they have a location for you to go to, then they'll send you out or whatever. They'll call you and say, hey, are you available to work, da da da. But it was under my impression that I would be able to work like right away. Like it was a regular scheduled job. Like I would have a regular schedule and stuff like that. Excuse me. But that wasn't the case. So I had to start looking for me another job. And so my mom sent me this link to apply for American Airlines. And I actually had the interview today. Oh, I'm so hungry. I haven't ate since 9 o'clock this morning. And it's like 5, almost 5, I think. But I got the job at American Airlines. Thank the Lord. But I was really nervous to like do the interview and stuff, and I was kind of like contemplating if I want to go and stuff like that. Like I was really nervous the night before. Because, you know, it's something new, something that I've never done before. And I was at my other job for so long, I was just used to doing that. So it's kind of scary jumping into something new. But the night before, I wrote in my manifestation journal to kind of like let go of the nervousness and the fear and the self-doubt and stuff. And so, in my last video, I showed you guys that I got a crystal. And so after I wrote in my journal, I put my crystal on top of my journal. And so, this morning, I would say between like, because I got up at 7 o'clock this morning. So it may have been like around 6:30 maybe. I don't know. I was dreaming. I feel like I was dreaming for a long time, but I probably wasn't. But yeah, so like I said, I was nervous about my interview today. And so in my dream it was so weird because I've been having a lot of vivid dreams lately. Like these past 3 days, I've been having like real vivid dreams. And so in my dream, I was like I was trying to find like my new job. Like I was like, it was weird. Like I was walking the streets, but I can't say like where I was specifically. And I was looking for my new job, and I end up somewhere because if you don't know me personally, then I used to work at a daycare. And so the new job was supposed to be like a new daycare job or whatever. And so yeah, I was like walking around looking for my new job. And I end up in this classroom, and I seen like some of my old kids from the daycare where I used to work. They was like in my dream. And I remember I was like walking into the classroom, and they was like crying or something. They was crying about something, and I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And they said something I can't remember. And then this lady came, and she was like, "Oh, I'm their new teacher, da da da." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, well, I'm gonna write your name on the board for them so they'll know or whatever. And I was like, "What's your name?" And she was like, "My name is Miss Monday." Okay. And as I'm like writing her name, I'm trying to like, it wasn't a door, it was a wall, but I was trying to like go through it like it was a door. And I was like trying to push it, but it wouldn't open. And so finally I figured out a way to like open it. And I like went through the door, and I'm like walking down the hall, and the hall looked like my old high school. Like I used to go to Lancaster my freshman and my sophomore year. So I'm walking down the hall, and it looked like my old like Lancaster hallway, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'll keep walking down the hall, and then I end up like walking down the hall of my grandma's house. And I look to the left, and my grandma is in the kitchen making some hamburgers. My grandma in the kitchen making some hamburgers. And I like knew immediately that it was my grandma. And I said, "Grandma." And she looked at me, and I went to go give her a hug, but then she like turned away. And I was like, "Grandma, why you don't give me a hug?" And she was like, "They haven't tamed you yet." I don't know what she meant by that. I don't know what that means. But I was like, "Grandma, what you talking about?" And so she went ahead and gave me a hug. Now, my grandma had back surgery when I was younger. And so, after she had that back surgery, she used to hunch over a lot. So it made her look like she was shorter than what she actually was. So in my dream, like, that's how she was, like, hunched over. And so I had to, like, get down and give her a hug. And I was like, "Grandma, I miss you." And she said something to me, and then we kind of like stood in the hall, and oh, I hope I don't cry again. We stood in the hall, and I was like on my knees, and I was holding her hand, and she said something like, I can't remember everything that she said to me, but I remember like the important stuff. And she said, I think I let her hand go. And she was like, "Oh, you don't want to hold my hand?" And so I grabbed her hands back, and I looked at her, and I was like, "Grandma, you so beautiful." And it was weird because her face was like changing. Her face was changing like from her older self, like her older version, like how I remember her as a kid. She was always old to me, you know. And then it like changed from her older self to her younger self. And it didn't scare me at all because I've seen pictures of my grandma when she was younger and stuff like that. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, like I wasn't like that. I like as her face was changing, I was saying like, grandma, you so beautiful. Let me grab a picture because I got a picture of my grandma right here. So this is a picture of my grandma when she was younger. And that's how her face started changing, like this, like when she was younger. And so then we walked back in the kitchen. And she was like, what's been going on with you? And I was like, I told her, I was like, Grandma, I'm scared. She was like, what are you scared about? And I said, I'm scared that I'm gonna fail. And I was like, I don't want to do it. And she was like, you can't quit. It's easy to quit, but you gotta overcome, like you gotta overcome your obstacles. You can't be a quitter. And so she was we was steady talking, and we went back into the hallway because like the way my grandma, like her kitchen living room area set up is excuse me y'all. The side door is used like the front door because the way her house is built. So we use the side door as the front door. So if you come through the front door, you right in the kitchen, and then it's like a little breezeway. And if you go right, you go towards the bedrooms, and if you go left, you go towards the living room. But if you come in the kitchen and you go like that way, it's another like little breezeway to go into the living room. So it's like two entrances. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. To go into the living room from the kitchen. So, but she telling me, she's like, you can't be a quitter. It's easy to quit. So we walking into the living room from the kitchen, and she was like, you gotta overcome. What'd she say? I wrote it down so I could remember. She was like, you gotta overcome, like beat the odds. And she was like, now also that was in my dream about my grandma. My mama was in the dream, like she was in the kitchen too. My mama was in the dream, my granny was in the dream, and my cousin Jennifer was in the dream. Like they was all in the kitchen cooking when I first like walked in the kitchen. And so she was like, you know who's overcome a lot? She was like, her right there. And she pointed to my mama. And I feel like she said that because my mom had my brother when she was 16. Then she had me when she was 19. Then she had my sister when she was 23. And so now her and my daddy, they got married when we was little, but they end up splitting up, and then they got a divorce like years later. But my mama raised us by herself. And so we have been through a lot, like, especially like with my mama. Like I didn't see my mama go through a lot. Like I didn't see my mama cry. Ugh. I didn't see my mama cry and break down because she's stressed or she frustrated or it's stuff going on. And she the adult. She got to take care of us. She got to make sure that we straight. So when she said that, she was like, you know who overcome a lot? She pointed to my mama. She was like, so you can't quit. You can't give up. And so I was like, you right, Grandma. I was like, you right, Grandma. So I ended up going back in the kitchen and helping my cousin fix the burgers. And it's so crazy because my grandma, she liked eating burgers with regular bread, like regular, like Wonder Bread. She didn't really use like hamburger buns, and that's what she was making. That's what she was making in the kitchen. So I went in the kitchen and I helped my cousin finish like cooking and stuff, and then I woke up. But that was just it was a crazy dream, cause it's like I said, I wrote in my manifestation journal like the night before to like, let me go get it so I can read what I said, because I don't remember. Okay, this is what I wrote. This is what I wrote. I said, I am grateful to be free of nervousness, fear, and self-doubt. I accept change. I accept new opportunities. I accept a new way of thinking. I overcome any obstacle in my way. And then I just, hold on. Okay. And then I just wrote thank you to like my spirit guide and my ancestors, you know. But yeah, so it was kind of crazy that she came and visited me in my dream. I just thought that was like a sign. And another thing is, I've been seeing like a lot of angel numbers. If you know anything about angel numbers, then you know what I'm talking about. But I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers. I've been seeing I either see 111 or I see 1111. Like even today while I was at my interview, I seen 111. And also I've been seeing 222. I've been seeing that, and the fact that my interview was on the 22nd. So I just, you know, I've been getting signs to just trust in myself and just trust in the things that I'm manifesting, like they're gonna come into fruition. And I have to, like, ain't no going back to my old self. Ain't no going back to the old way I used to think and the old way I used to do things. Like, I'm a new person, so I gotta, you know, accept that. You know, I barely ate my food. I'm so focused on talking. So that's the end of the video. Oh, y'all. Yeah, I love Raisin Canes. Raisin Canes is one of my favorite places to eat. It's the sauce. It's the sauce. Because I like Chick-fil-A too. Chick-fil-A chicken is better than Raisin Canes chicken. But they sauce really make it. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Okay. I forgot to add one more thing in the video. So when we was in the hall and I was holding my grandma's hands, because before my grandma passed, well, after she passed, or you know, I was thinking how I wish I would like been a little closer to her, because I know that my grandma know that we loved her, but I wish I would have like called her more often and stuff like that. And so I just feel like I didn't really get to know my grandma as much. But while we was in the hall and I was holding her hands, that's one of the things that she said to me. She was like, you know me. She looked at me and she was like, you always know me. And I just feel like that was her saying like, you don't have to have that feeling, because I know that I was loved and you know that I loved you. So yeah, I just want to add that little piece, because I forgot. I'm sitting here looking at my notes, and I'm looking at my notes and I noticed that I missed that. And she said that she will always be with me. And you know, I feel that, because like I said, I got that picture of her right there, and then I have her her obituary, I guess, on my wall. So like, I know, like, I feel her presence and stuff like that, especially when I'm going through stuff. I feel her presence. My grandmama, my cousin LaDonna that passed a couple years ago, like, I feel them. I know that they're watching over me. So yeah, that's why I want the ad. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, okay? I see y'all watching. I see the viewers. I see the subscribers, but I need y'all to like the video, okay? So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Put on your post notification bell so you can notify every time I post. Follow me on Instagram at x_sweetnovember. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.